The additional buyer stamp duty has been in effect for nearly 12 years, collecting significant revenue and helping control the residential property prices. However, there are certain inequalities in the application of ABSD and other property tax rates that can be addressed to achieve better outcomes. Private home prices rose 28% between Q1 of 2020 and Q1 of 2023. According to data from the Urban Redevelopment Authority, they fell 0.2% quarter-on-quarter in Q2 and rose 0.8% in Q3. The number of new private homes, excluding executive condominiums, sold in 2023 could be lower than in 2022. As such, it's probably time to look into tweaking the ABSD. Here are 3 key areas of concerns. Number 1. Disadvantageous treatment of foreign buyers. The recent increase in ABSD rates for non-Singapore permanent resident foreigners from 30% to 60% has discouraged some foreign buyers. Some foreign first-time home buyers are exempt from ABSD due to free trade agreements. To attract foreign buyers back, it's suggested that the ABSD rate for properties over $3 million should be lowered for non-SPR foreigners to reduce the disparity with citizens of certain countries who enjoy the same stamp duty treatment as Singaporeans. Number 2. Gap between SPR and non-SPR foreigners. The gap in ABSD rate between Singapore PRs and non-SPR foreigners is substantial, with SPR paying only 5% ABSD compared to 60% for non-SPR foreigners. Narrowing this gap by increasing the ABSD rate for SPR buying their first home and considering the length of SPR status could be explored to prioritize citizens over SPRs. Number 3. Investor measures. The April ABSD hikes have made it more challenging for locals to build a portfolio of investment properties, with rates of 20% for second home buyer and 30% for those buying a third or subsequent home. So to discourage overly speculative property investment, a more equitable approach might involve lowering the ABSD rates for Singapore citizens buying multiple homes, while increasing non-owner occupier property tax rates. Thus, IRAs will not lose out in tax revenue. This would help level the playing field between different categories of buyers. In addition, adjustment to the ABSD rate for trust and conditions for housing development could be considered to promote fairness and prevent inequality. As a below 21-year-old Singaporean who is buying a residential property with the trust set up in his name gets full ABSD remission, which is 65%. A similar condition exists for housing development. They pay 35% ABSD that may be remitted upfront subject to conditions, plus a 5% ABSD that is non-remittable. Perhaps a trust ABSD can follow such a model. The goal is to create a more equitable property taxation system that benefits home buyers with various profiles while maintaining price stability.